Hello and welcome back to another video. I hope you guys have had a wonderful Christmas. I know I have. But I'm also looking forward to the Premier League game week 18. Almost to New Year's, but we still got a couple more games left. Now let's just hop right into it. Now this first game I think is going to be a snooze fest. I don't think City has it together yet. It's been proven again by their last performance. They don't have it. I think it's going to be a 0-0. I think Everton has shown to be a defensively solid team. They've been so well against Arsenal, so well against Chelsea. I think they'll be able to lock up Man City's offense, especially since they haven't been great. But at the same time, I don't think Everton has enough to take anything away from this game. So I think that's how it's going to go. First of all, I'm going to talk about Bournemouth for a minute. I feel like the disrespect towards Bournemouth has been crazy this season, right? Whenever I hear people talk about Bournemouth, they're like, oh yeah, they're a good mid-table team. They're going to end up 10th place. They're going to end up 11th. I don't think that's the case this season. I've been watching them. They're an incredible side. They play such good football. I love to watch it. It is so fun. You never know what you're going to get out of those players. Kluivert and Semenyo, incredible players. Incredible. I think that they have the opportunity to get Champions League. With Man City being out of form, Aston Villa being shaking, I think they have a chance to do something. And I want to see it happen. I am expecting them to win this game. Now, Crystal Palace had been getting back into form, but I think they're starting to slip a little bit. They lost their confidence after the 2 losses to Arsenal. And this Bournemouth side is riding a high, being in a European spot. I think they're going to take it 3-1. I just want to say, I think that this Chelsea team is absolutely a title contender. I've said this every week. They have such a good squad. They have so many good players. And they're just turning up this season. Caicedo, I've talked about this, has been incredible defensively. I was looking at his tackles. It's so good. What a player. Enzo as well has been incredible. They just have so much squad depth as well. They can pretty much rotate the squad week by week by week. So they won't be getting tired. I don't expect them to fall apart. Maybe their overall quality will start lacking. I'm not 100% sure. But I think this team has enough to go all the way this season. I don't think they need to do any more buyings for the January transfer window. Maybe a striker, but Nicholas Jackson has been so good as well. I think this Chelsea team is pretty much complete. And Fulham has been exciting to watch as well. There's a couple players I like on there. Obviously, Anthony Robinson. Love him. Being an American. Doing so well. And then we also have Emile Smith-Rowe, who looks to have revitalized his career, as well as Raul has been doing really well. But I don't think they're going to have nearly enough to beat this Chelsea team. I think it's going to be 2-1. Chelsea has slowed down a little bit after that Everton game. But I still think they're a title contending side, and I still think they're going to go here with the win. I think this one's a little bit strange because Aston Villa last season was so good, and then Newcastle was a little bit shaky. This season, they've both been a little bit shaky, but ever since Isak has come back from the injury, he has been a demon. He has been incredible. What a player to watch, right? Would love to see him competing in the Champions League again. I think that Newcastle is going to win this, especially since Aston Villa has been shaky, and their defense has not been great. I think they've been able to score goals, and I think they've looked good, but I think that overall, this Newcastle side is going to have too much. Isak's going to do too much. And I think it's going to be a 2-1. Tottenham had an exciting game last week against Liverpool. I was expecting it to be a little bit more challenging, but Tottenham, you never know what you're going to get. They are such a fun team to watch. And they can either be the best in the world or the worst in the world. It's so entertaining. So it's hard to call Tottenham games. And then Nottingham Forest has been pushing for a European spot. Right now, I'm pretty sure they're in the top 4. And they could, with this win, they could cement their spot. If they do draw, it's going to be a little bit more difficult because Bournemouth is right on their tails. They're right there. For some reason, I see there being a lot of goals because Tottenham is just scoring goals. And I think Nottingham Forest is going to want to keep that spot, especially coming into January in the new year. They're going to want a good start. I see it 3-2. Call me crazy. That's my prediction. Southampton is not a good team. They're all over the place. Really, it's just been Tyler Dibbling balling out, showing his potential. I love him. He looks so good, but he's so young. I don't know how much he can carry this team. And then on the other side, we have West Ham, who have been a mess as well. They don't know what they're doing. They're trying to figure themselves out. I think West Ham is going to win here just because Southampton's at the bottom. This is a must-win game for both of them to put themselves in better positions. But I see West Ham edging them out here. It'll be close. I think it was going to be 1-0. I'm not sure on this one. Wolves has a brand new manager after Gary O'Neill's failures. So the new manager bounce could be in effect. Cunha has been incredible this season, scoring so many goals. I think Wolves has been starting to pick up their form. But again, at the same time, their defense has not been it this season. It's been sad to see it. Offensively, they've been incredible. Defensively, it's not there. I'm unsure on this Wolves team. I think they'll be saved from relegation for sure. I think they'll be fine. But will they have enough to beat this Manchester United? Manchester United still has a lot of problems. I think the new manager has helped, but not to the degree that everybody has been expecting. You can see there's obviously a game plan. You can see them trying to work things out. But there's some players that I think aren't quite it for Manchester United. But I actually do have them winning this game. I think Amarim's going to push for something here. New manager bounce is going to work on Amarim's side. I am going to see a 2-1. I think it's going to be a push. To be honest, this is a simple game. Van Nistelrooy is a great manager. He did great in United, but he's not going to have enough to beat this Liverpool side. This Liverpool side is something else. They're scoring goals at an incredible rate. Their defense is looking so rock solid in the back. It's so hard to break them down. Mohamed Salah, Van Dijk, Trent, all of these players look incredible. They look so good. It's hard to see very many teams being able to beat them. And Leicester's definitely not going to be one of them. So it's going to be something like a 3-0 to them. This is when I see a draw. Brighton's form has started to dip a little bit recently. They haven't had that fire. But they're still a good side, I think. I think they're going to be safe for sure. I think, again, if they start to pick things up, they can push for a European side. I've said this before. They have the quality. And some of those top teams are not it right now. And Brentford has been a pretty decent side, but I don't see them as anything more than a mid-table team. I don't see it, right? And Buemo has been great, but I don't know that they have enough firepower to win this game. I see it 1-1. The thing here is Saka's injury. How much is this going to affect Arsenal? Because Saka really is the heart of this team. Depends on whether or not we're going to get more of Gabriel Jesus' brilliance. He was so good in the last 2 games. If we're going to see more of that, I think they'll be fine. If we see Odegaard starting to click with his teammates, because I don't think he's been that great recently, but he has so much quality, right? I think that this game, they should definitely be winning, but it'll be interesting to watch them for a little bit without Saka. What are they going to do? What's their solution going to be? January transfer window's coming up. Are they going to buy a player? We'll just have to keep a close eye on that. And then Ipswich, they're getting relegated. I hate to say it. It's so sad to talk about a team like this. I don't think they have the quality. They have players, but it's just the Premier League is something different. It's so hard to compete. Anyway, those are my predictions. Let me know what you think I got right, what you think I got wrong. And again, continuing the trend, let me know what you think my Prem team is. Anyway, I'll talk to you in the next video.